The barbershop losing a lot of money and the prices that a lot of these barbers be charging, how ridiculous we think it is. What up with y'all fellas, man?
Not too much, not too
What's
much.
up?
Good morning to y'all. Good morning to y'all.
The barbershop is in crisis. Shops lose $412 million from vacant chairs after jacking up prices to $100 for a fade. Now, I want y'all to understand this is a clickbait ass title. We had the discussion earlier. This is from World Star Hip Hop, but it's saying that it's insinuating that every barber has jacked the prices all the way up to $100. And which we were just talking about, yes, it's hard for a regular person to pay $100 for a haircut, but there are some barbers out there who can demand, prices like this because they that good. And then with all the other extras and this and that going on, yes, I could see inflation being a big part of that. But yeah, this title clickbait as fuck. What did you think, no?
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely clickbait. But just to give more context to it, I mean, most people, or if you're tuned in right now, or if you go to the barbershops and you get your hair cut at the barbershop, you don't get cut at home or whatever and do your own hair. If you actually go to a barbershop, I think everybody's known when 2020 came around and the COVID hit, prices of things, started flying up, and barbers and hairstyling went through the roof. People was charging $100. I've seen people in LA charging $500. Some people out there charging $1,000. These so-called designer barbers started showing up and telling people they needed to charge basically a mortgage payment or a car payment to cut their hair. And it just went crazy all around the country. So basically, it moved the hair market up. It moved the barbershop market up where prices moved up. I know where I'm at. One of the bigger barbers in my city, once he moved prices up around that time, 2020, 2021, he boosted his prices up to $40 a cut. Basically, everybody around the city, I mean, he basically made the market go up. Everybody else had to move their prices up to $40. And essentially, that became the standard price for a haircut. And a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people felt like it was overpriced and but along with inflation, along with COVID, a whole bunch of different factors, other things went up, just not in the barber industry. But
yeah. Now go ahead.
But a lot of people feel as if that it's still too much. But we have to factor in inflation. We do have to factor in. We have to factor in the products they use. We know that barbering is not the same for if you're a millennial or on up. We know that barbering is not the same that it was 20 years ago. I mean, you got all different kinds of things to enhance hairlines. They got fake, basically, hair products to put in your head, or a whole, basically, man unit you could put in and make it look like you got waves, you got dreads, you got locks, whatever.
So now, when we start talking about that, that's worth $100. Like,
Yeah,
if you bald headed and you want a whole fucking man unit, $150, I could see that. Because, I mean, these women, they paying comparable prices when they come to hair, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes, exactly. But go ahead, Meritocrates.
I'm not paying. I get that. If I go to a barber shop and you doing the facials and like the hot towel and the massage.
Yeah, because like we were talking about earlier in the show, before the show, in my military career, as soon as I got to South Korea.
In a line. Bro, I'm not paying no motherfucking $50 and $60 for a haircut. I'm sorry.
But as soon as I got to Korea during my military career, like I said, I'm 19 years old. I had never seen barbers give you a massage after the damn cut. do a facial on you, pop the pimples on your fucking face. You know what I'm saying? So that it is a different level of barbering who can demand certain prices, especially in America. And that was 2004, 2005 in South Korea. You know what I'm saying? So I had never seen that from a barber from my area because, of course, barbers usually just use the clippers, right? But no, there's all different type of barbers. Like you said, there's all different type of services now. And then since my military career, I actually went and got my barber's license in 2015. And I do see that the prices couldn't stay where they were. You know, it was too little for the amount of schooling and hours that these people having to go through to get these licenses to be in these shops. You got to pay them. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. And there has to be some kind of medium, but there's no, authority to tell us, hey, this is the right, price for a haircut. So it becomes the market. The market determines that. Like you said, you're sitting on, this guy went to that price. That's what the market became. So shit, that's just what it is.
And all it takes, it just takes one.
Capitalism.
One person that is willing to pay that. But these guys be out here willing to pay $100, $200, $500 for a haircut just to say that they paid that for a haircut, and that's just stupid to me. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck how much or who hair you done cut, or how many celebrity hair you done cut. Ain't no fucking haircut worth $100 to me.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back in the day when Steve Harvey was coming through with we now know there was a man unit. But when at the time, we thought he was getting haircuts. That's worth $100 right there. Whatever he was doing, that was worth $100.
But he just had a crisp line, nigga. That wasn't worth no $100.
Man, that was the crispiest line in history, bro. What are you talking about?
It was. But me for example, I'm bald. Now, if I can go up in a barber shop and the motherfucker give me that Steve Harvey line right now today, I'll pay that nigga $100 for a motherfucking haircut. Because I'm bald. So that'll be a motherfucking miracle.
Basically, that's what Steve Harvey was doing before we even knew it in the 90s. Yeah. He was doing that. And he became the standard for black men hairline, nigga. He was in the Black Hair magazine.
Exactly.
Yeah. With a man unit. So his barber deserved whatever he was getting.
Cause he kept that secret for a long time. And man,
he did.
I don't think Steve Harvey had the crispiest line in the game.
I don't think that became common knowledge until a few years ago. Like literally, I think that secret just came out.
So I get
that long ago. But
yeah, the price has got to go. The price has got to go. Go ahead, no.
Yeah, but I also want to say, we do have there are different levels of barbering. We were talking about that as well, before the show started. There's different levels of people with these clippers, and there are competition. There's people who have won awards that, city to city, state to state, some worldwide championships that are just, they do their thing with those clippers. So they do have a clientele, maybe a celebrity clientele, maybe a higher end clientele within their city, whatever the case may be, to where they actually can put those prices to those levels, and people are like, oh, okay, I will pay that much money. I will go and see that person, because they feel that they have the standard and they have the expertise to be able to charge that amount of money. Now, to a lot of people, that is what kind of messes up the market, like we've been saying. And also, just to put a little segue in there, is also it's the barbershop culture, especially within the black community. The barbershop culture, I think, has changed a lot, because you used to be able to just go right up and do a lot of walk-ins. I think walk-ins a lot of times have been taken away as well after 2020. Most of this digital check-in, because I know where I go now, there ain't no walk-ins. You got to go in, you go onto the app, or you go onto their site and you book through that, right? So you go in, just go in and get your cut. Whereas back in the day when we were younger, we was going in with our parents to the barbershop, or your uncles or your family members would take you. There was that vibe of community within the barbershop. So people are sitting around talking, Jones. And not saying it don't happen now, because it still does, but I feel like that element has started to leave, because everything about the bag, it ain't about as much as community and all that. Because the barbershop in the black community is a staple. Like, people go there to get their haircut, to talk to it, a whole bunch of other stuff going on other than just haircutting. So
Hmm.
that's why, when you raise these prices, you do certain things. You kind of take what is important in our community kind of away sometimes because we just
Yeah, that
focus on money.
nostalgia. That
Right.
nostalgia is gone. That shit is
Mhm.
gone. I used to go to the barbershop with my dad every Saturday morning. Like it was
Uh-huh.
clockwork. Well, not every Saturday morning, every 2 Saturdays. So it was, it
Yeah.
was a thing. And
Mhm.
that was a different time in barbering too. Like you say, that's when the barbers had that cowhide on the side right there, and he would sharpen up his
Yeah.
manually sharpen up his razor and stuff like that. But yeah, it has changed, and this is why this conversation is kind of like polarizing because, like you said, in the black community, yeah, the barbershop is like that's kind of like where you learn sports. That's where you learn about politics. That's where you learn about
I
everything,
say
and
that
from
that's
from
the
other
holy grail
men.
for everything.
Mhm.
Hmm. From other
Mhm.
men, no women too much. You know what I'm saying? It's really a
Mhm.
spot for men to kind of congregate and kind of kick game
Right.
and talk about life. So,
Yeah.
It was a
but those
place where you can
prices,
go and sit and be a man and talk man talk and not have to worry about a woman or
Yeah.
getting back to your woman.
Yeah.
hmm
That's a barbershop had a lot to do with that, but now we got people pulling up and I'll come to you, man. I come to you for 250. Two
hmm
fifty, I come to you, I'll make sure you're right, I'll get you right. Or I'll pull up. I got a van. You seen I know you probably seen them online, but people stunting out the vans, the work
yeah,
vans and
mobile barbershop, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
and mobile barbershops pulling up. So, that mystique of what we grew up to, it's not there anymore. So I think that kind of play a part too, man. Like with, people not liking the price rent, going up and different things changing within the barbershop, man. But yeah, uh, we just in that day and time, man. It's a part of the economy. It's just not cutting hair. It's just not stylist and barber and all that. It's just a change of the guard with the way the economy is, especially here in America, man. You know.
For sure, for sure. And it's just like I talked about earlier, it's just like a doctor. You're not paying a doctor for how fast he do his job. You paying him for his expertise and all those years that he went to school. So it's kind of the same when it comes to the barbering game because in Texas you have to do 1,500 hours schooling, and then you could do apprenticeship and other things too to become a
Mm-hmm.
master barber. But it's just you don't see that part, so you don't think that you're paying for that. But and it might seem like an easy job, but then man, I know barbers, been there 20, 25 years, got carpal tunnel syndrome, got bad ankles, bad knees, bad back, and it's like so all of that plays into account, and I think barbers kind of did have to recognize their value, and some, of course, some did push it all the way out of the woodwork, but for the most part, prices did have to go up. If you think about what a normal light bill is these days, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then you got these barbershops. Let's say you got three chairs in your barbershop. You gotta charge to even pay some of these bills. So
Yeah.
now that cost goes on to the consumer, plus the inflation and all those things that we talked about. But yeah, barbering game, we at a total different stage in it. You don't go to the barber shop and watch Saturday morning football. You don't watch, what I'm saying, Monday night football at your barber no more. Like all that kind of stuff, that's over with. That's
Yeah.
over
And,
with.
and like I was saying, man, I get I get the pricing and everything. But when COVID around the time when COVID hit, a little bit after when everything had started calming down, I had mentioned to y'all that I walked into a barber shop and to get my son just a lineup. And the guy didn't say anything to me about the pricing and that, which I probably should have asked beforehand. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't think I had to. Then so as soon as he get done cutting my hair, I asked this man what I owe him, and he said $40. And I'm like, what the fuck for what? A lineup? You ain't cut no hair, you ain't trim nothing down. You just gave him a lineup, bro. And that shit was $40. And right then and there, bro, I knew going in a barber shop was not for me.
But back in the day, your barber was like a damn therapist or something, an older guy who had experience in life, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody kind of respected, right? Nowadays, your barber look like a rapper. Your barber got gold teeth. Your barber
Yeah.
got, you know what I'm saying, the watch, the chain. Like, So that also plays into the perception because it's like, wait a minute, nigga, you getting too much money if you able to live this life. But of course, a lot of people fake it till they make it. But it's just the perception. You know, barbers are way younger now. Back in the day, you did not see no young ass barbers like that, unless they were just cutting on their own. But I'm talking about in the barbershop. Professional barbers nowadays are way younger. So,
and like you said, it's a clickbait title that's posted up here. It actually is a real big growing profession because I'm pretty sure I saw an article on how fast the barbershop economy is growing. So, there is two sides of it, of two sides of every story, or three sides depending on who you talk to. So, yeah, man. I go there. I go get my haircut. I wanted to stay at the prices that they at, and I just hope they stay in an affordable range so people can enjoy their time to get their haircut. Because especially as men, it's something that we enjoy when we know we can go get our haircut, and then we can step out into the world and feel fresh and feel and add that confidence boost when we go out into the world.
For sure. We can leave it there.
Thanks for y'all for tuning in. TGC podcast. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yep, like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back this weekend with more shows. What's up?